What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. A link will be in the description box below, as usual. This video is entitled Why Dating Gets Old. There's a few reasons. One, it's not fun anymore. It gets old because it stops being fun. You meet somebody, you take them out and attempt to get to know them. But after a while, people really aren't really trying to get to know each other. They're just trying to get a free experience off of somebody, you know. And that becomes a problem. And what I mean by that is, this is jam, I'm sorry. You're dealing with situations where, you know, somebody hasn't been taken to certain places. So, cool. You know, are we going? You don't necessarily like the person. And they figure this out, you know. That's why I say it's not fun, because if you're a man, you meet a woman and you want to take her somewhere, and she's cool with everything leading up to the date, and then when you get to the venue or the place where you're having a date, they're cool with being there and the ambiance and the experience, but they don't like being with you. And something clicks after a while if you do this too many times, where you be like, wait, they said yes to where we was going, you know. And some guys get it because when you say we're gonna go out, when, you know, you get that interrogation: where we going? What we doing? You know. And at first, when you're younger, it's like, okay, she's trying to gauge how she's gonna approach this evening, as far as if she's into you, how she's gonna dress and all that. She doesn't want to be overdressed for the occasion or whatever, right? But after a while, it becomes, you see people lining up if you're the best date of the night, you know. Then if they gonna haggle you on time if they like, if your date is not the best date that they've been offered that week, you know, you'll be the lunch date, the midday date, but not the night date. You get what I'm saying? So it gets old when you find this out. My jam, dog. And so dating gets old. And then, because it's not fun for the person, right? And then dating's not fun because dating is part of like courting somebody to get to be with them, right? And now what happens is, you can't really court somebody because a lot of people don't want to be in a relationship. So for some guys it gets old because, you know, as women ask why we going out, what's the purpose, guys start figuring out that there's no purpose in taking these women out, because she's just trying to go out. She's not trying to go anywhere further with you. She's just trying to go out on your dime. So it gets old. I'm sorry, this is the jam. Rose bush is back. Y'all don't know nothing about this, you young motherfucker. Oh, Rose, the petals are closed, the bush is back. Only memories grow there. Oh, Rose. Okay, y'all figure that song out. Anyway, what winds up happening is, sorry for this commercial break, right? After a while, you have that problem. And the other problem is at the end of the day, you start you you don't get a chance to get to know the person. Everybody says they're so busy. And then when you're trying to get to know people, part of you realizes that people aren't as busy as they say they are. And you start dissecting the things that they'll make time for, and you're not one of them. So dating starts to get old when you realize people won't make time for you. Now, and I'm speaking from a male point of view. So guys have to make time for dates, and they got to make time for the women they wanted to take out. And after a while, you have guys in this position where they're like, "Well, I'm wasting time. Even if I'm making time for somebody, I'm wasting time because they don't want to. They're not really making time for me. They're trying to squeeze an experience into their schedule." And so it gets old. The other thing after that people sometimes don't bring up is, people think it's just about sex. Dating gets old because you want to just get right to the sex. But no, what it is you find yourself in a position where you don't want to go out with a particular person or particular types of people because they're ruining the time that you had that you could have been going out with somebody that likes you, because they're using you for a date and going home to sleep with someone else. So guys just say, man, we just gonna get straight to the sex, because obviously, since you gonna rob me of my time for somebody, I'm gonna rob y'all of y'all time too. Might sound petty, but that's what it goes on sometimes. But I wanted to go past the sex though and say, some people look at dating as time wasting practice. And what I mean by that is as much as you take people out, you realize that they're not gonna reciprocate to you. So now you're getting tired of shelling out your time, your resources, your ingenuity, your energy, your essence with people who don't give back. They want you to they want you to pick out the place you go, what you want to eat, and then they don't like it, they say where they want to go, right? They want you to roll out the red carpet for them, but at the end of the day, these people don't count up how many times somebody have went out of their way. So it gets old because you counting it up. It's like, I don't went on way too many dates this year, and I've got nothing from it. Like, girl ain't even brought me a Popeye's biscuit on Tuesday because she was thinking about me. But come Friday and Saturday, oh, let's go to the movies. Let's go eat. Oh, let's go to Papa Do's. I want to take pictures of the food. Why you can't take me to the Frankie Beverly and Mays concert? I want to wear all white. But you don't like me, though. Why don't you go with the person that you like? And then see people get caught up in that mode where, how you know I like them? But we don't really have a relationship. That's another problem with why dating gets old, because people are dating while they're in love with somebody else, because the person they're in love with ain't gonna take them nowhere. So it gets old, right? And at the end of the day, it also gets old because of this. There's no appreciation. And ultimately, that's the worst part. When guys were taking women out on dates and they didn't appreciate anything. They didn't appreciate the dinner, the movie, the concert, the comedy show, oh, the museum, the picnic. They didn't appreciate any of the effort that it took to go into all of that stuff. It was just, I'm supposed to be. You supposed to shower me with whatever, and you know, you're supposed to thank me for saying yes to this date. And after a while, that doesn't go over well. And for guys, it gets so tiring. And then you come around and you meet women who say they haven't been out in a while. And as a guy, you like, and you ain't going out with me. I ain't taking you nowhere. And some of you ladies wonder why that is, and it's because no appreciation. Like, you know, y'all, because you really don't get to know the guys that are trying to date you and court you. Since you wanted to experience it so much, you didn't get to know when you crossed the line or you disrespected him, or you shortchanged him, or you played him to the left, because honestly you didn't care. It was all about you. And that's why dating gets old, because dating is supposed to be for two people to get to know each other. And when you're dating and it's all about one person, and the other person who's providing the experience figures this out, that they successfully keep. We're growing in a culture where if you go out on a date, you're just out to impress that one person. And since some of you ladies want to be special, y'all are serial daters. So you can always, you know, it can always be about you. So you meet another dude and another dude and another dude and another dude. And it's always about you. But after a while, you know, guys catch up. Because if you get an individual guy, he's going to figure it out over time with different females. Like, okay, I've seen this a million times. I'm not doing this no more. But what winds up happening is, because you constantly do this, your numbers are going to dwindle down. You're going to go from having plenty of dates to goose egg. And, you know, it gets old. And then guys, you said, these guys just want to chill out at the house. Yeah, they do. Because they tired of wasting their time and their money. And you talking crazy to them and going off and screwing somebody else at the end of the night. So, you know, it's old. I mean, it gets old. I'm just being honest about that. Now I got to go listen to this Willie Hutch right quick, because y'all don't know nothing about this, you young, dumb motherfuckers. Peace. Uh-oh. Damn.